Still on the reason you had to dissolve a marriage or a relationship, the reason you walked away. This story right here got me crying. Crying because I felt sorry, or I feel sorry for the man in question. Let me read it. It says in 2018, I decided to dissolve my wife after she had battled breast cancer for 4 years and won. I invested every penny into her well-being. It wasn't easy for us. We got married in 2011. Just a year after our first child in 2013, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. It wasn't an easy battle. We lost a lot of money, time, love, and peace trying to overcome it. By God's grace, she was close to better in early 2017. She almost lost her life, but let's just say God saw her through it all. Right after she started recovering, a gentleman came knocking on our door. He claimed he wanted his son, our first and only child, since my wife was still battling the cancer and we couldn't have any more children. Apparently, the gentleman had been reaching out to my wife about the child, but my wife was begging him to let go so she could have peace in her marriage. The gentleman was living abroad and wanted to take the kid with him. They were having an affair while we were married from the gentleman's narration. So the gentleman told the husband the story. They met in 2011, the same year we got married, and my wife never told him she was married. When she discovered she was pregnant, the guy took her to see his parents and wanted to marry her. Unfortunately, his father died and he had to travel abroad urgently that year to handle some things. After he left, they kept in touch. I don't know how, because I never saw or suspected my wife to be cheating. Even after she delivered, she sent pictures of the child to the guy. The guy sent her money always to take care of herself and child. It was when she discovered she had breast cancer that she decided to block and ignore that guy, because that was when she realized I was important, maybe. Foolish enough, if she had told the guy of her situation, the guy would have helped, but she made sure I suffered alone to pay all the bills and handle the stress. Till this day, I don't blame the guy. It was my wife who deceived us both. The guy didn't know she was married, so he always thought of her as someone he wanted to come and marry. He kept trying to stay in touch with my wife because of the child. But since my wife deceived me, she ignored him, so he is not able to see his son again. I really suffered to be a man in her life and that of the boy. I came down to nothing. I struggled to see her recover. When the guy came and discovered that she was married, even before they met, he was so disappointed. I was more disappointed to find out my son wasn't mine, of course. That boy was the only thing that gave me peace. When I looked at my wife's condition and the stress I was going through, my son was the only reason I kept pushing. I couldn't prevent the guy from taking his son away. It wasn't like, even if he did, I could ever get over what my wife did. I sent her away. She just had to leave. Till this day, I feel I wasted 9 years of my life. I started all over again when I was 41, but it's been hard ever since. Hard because till this day, I still cry. I still ask myself why she had to do that to me. I loved her with every fiber of my being. I did everything to make sure she was okay. I sold every asset I had to see that she recovered safely. Not knowing she was cheating behind my back, my son wasn't mine. She knew it and kept pretending. Sometimes I wish she hadn't survived, but God knows better. I'm still single and without kids, but I think it's my destiny to just come and walk the earth without kids nor marriage. Hey, women, you have no idea. Whew. This one, see, you are married and then you are able to confidently cheat on your husband, have kids outside. And then in the course of doing that, you realize that, oh, I have breast cancer. The guy was abroad, he was loaded, he was supportive. You cut him off. And your husband had to go through all the stress, the pressure